Hi, I'm Miss Molly. I'm an intuitive psychic medium, here to tell you a great scalions. So, about 6 years ago, my boyfriend back then and I were going to a metaphysical bookstore to pick up a specific book for me. At the time, my abilities had begun to ramp up. I didn't understand them. I didn't know what to do, and I was looking for answers. So there was a specific book I went to this bookstore in Morro Bay to get, a metaphysical store. And when we walked in the section where all the how-to and help books were, there was somebody sitting there with their back to us. I go to reach for the book, and as I'm reaching, I hear in my mind somebody saying, "Get away from me, leave me alone." And as I hear that, the other person's hand reaches out and grabs the book. The exact book I was about to get. A little weird. Even my boyfriend noticed it. So we kept looking to see if there was another copy or something similar, hoping he would put it back so I could get it. And I'm looking over his shoulder and realize not only is he looking at the book, but the book is actually upside down. Like he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's like pretending to read it or not really looking. I didn't know. But in my mind, I kept hearing, "Leave me alone, go away, leave me alone, go away." So in my mind, I said, "You have that book I want. I'm not going away. I came in here to get it." Again, not realizing I was actually communicating with this guy. Sure enough, puts the book back. That he is wearing gloves. But the funny part about the gloves, so if this is a glove and you would normally, you put your hand in the glove, there's your hand, right? It was like this. It was like, maybe like that. It looked like this, like his fingers, and there were only 3 fingers, reached out and grabbed a book, like this, okay? And I thought, well, maybe he's missing fingers. I don't know. Didn't know. We just thought it was some strange kid. He also had on sort of like a parka, like an army jacket. And that's all I could see at that point. So we go out into the back garden. I kind of signal, "Hey, come out here." And I say to my boyfriend, "What's up with that guy in there? He's so weird." And my boyfriend says, "Did you see his feet and ankles?" And I said, "No, but did you see his hands?" And so I start describing what I saw with the hands, and he starts describing what he saw with his ankles and feet. My boyfriend said, "It looks like his ankle is literally a bone, like it's that thin, and then his foot is in that shoe, and it's huge. Like the shoe is way too wide for him. Like it's just like an ankle, like a stick in a shoe. Like that's how small or narrow this guy's so-called foot looked." And so we kind of were like, wow, I wonder what his deal is. So we go back into the section, and I get a look at his face. He's a little odd looking. Yeah, definitely, human face, but the nose was very long and bulbous, very young, male-ish looking. That's all I saw. Wearing a hat with the flaps. Now we got this. A little weird. California, middle of July. Wearing gloves like this, hat like this. The woman that was working there walked up to him and said, "Can I help you with anything?" "No, I think I'm okay." Totally not what you would expect. And right when it came out of his mouth, I realized I had heard that same voice earlier when a little old lady had come into the store asking a question. So it was almost as if he was mocking, trying to sound like her. We leave the store. We go to get some pizza. As we're eating, we start to talk about it. I say, "Wasn't that guy weird?" He says, "Yes." That's all we said. It's like we forgot about it. Turns to me and says, "We should go in there and ask her if she saw that weird guy or what she thought." And I said, "Yeah," because it seemed really weird. So we go back into the store, and the lady's there working, and there's nobody else in the store but us. And we say, "Hey, we have a weird question, but when we were in here last, did you see that guy dressed in the parka and the weird gloves and the funny hat?" And she says, "I think I remember him." How could you not remember this? But she said, "I think I remember." Okay. So I say, "Did you find anything peculiar about that customer?" She said, "I can't remember." And I was having a hard time remembering. So we walk out of there, we're on our way home, and as we're leaving, I start getting what I would call a feed. And this being starts communicating with me in visuals, words, everything, like all at once, like a split second of time, and I had all the information I needed as to why this individual was where he was. So as it turns out, he was traveling multidimensionally. This is what he told me. I'm just saying what I was told. And somehow ended up getting lost. And Morro Rock in Morro Bay, California is this giant rock. Look it up. And it has a lot of special qualities to it, apparently magnetic qualities. And so this extraterrestrial being was able to find that rock, thinking it was something familiar, like a gas station, so to speak, in the universe, and stopped there. When he got there, he realized that he did not match up with what was going on around him. He could see human beings wearing clothes, their faces looked a certain way, so he hid until nobody was around. He went into someone's backyard and took some clothes he found. I don't know if they were on the line, in the garbage, or whatever. He just showed me a backyard, and then showed me him putting the clothes on. And then went to the metaphysical store because he was attracted to it because of all the crystals and stuff that were in there. And as he was there, he was trying to see if he could figure out if anyone there knew how to help him get home or if there was any information. So when I walked into the store, he recognized that I could hear him. And so he was trying to communicate with me, thinking maybe I was one of his own. And then when he realized I wasn't, he was like, leave me alone, stop bothering me. But he felt my energy. So I told him in my mind, after he gave me all that feed, you should be able to get out of here safely. I would go back to your rock and go ahead and start communicating. And he said, thank you so much. And that was the end of the whole story. I know that sounds nuts. You probably think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, 100% true story. If my ex was still alive, I'm sure he would agree. He's told the story before if you've heard it from him. Crazy, crazy story. I hope Auntie Matrix hears it. Love you all. Bye. Peace out, y'all.